All right, it's Reality Supreme Being, also known as HRM, His Royal Majesty Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, on February the 13th, 2012, at 1:30 in the afternoon, California time, Pacific Standard Time. Anyway, all right, you heard my other videos. And I'm going to turn my recorder on now because primarily, there we go, testing 1, 2, 3. And the reason I'm recording my recording is because I've been hacked before and I've lost recordings, literally, all 15 minutes of it. One the other day was completely lost because it wasn't a computer glitch. It was somebody hacking. And then after I tried to do it again, they stopped me at 8 minutes and then they froze the computer. So, you guys can play games all you want to, but you're only hurting yourselves by doing this. Eventually, it'll catch up to all of you. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about the fact that I was brainwashed as a kid. So we all brainwashed as kids. In our history books and in elementary and junior high and even high school, there are a lot of examples, picturesque examples in our books about political history. One of them I remember vividly spoke about a poor man being on a scale to a rich man. Similar to Al Gore's, Inconvenient Truth, where they have bars of gold on one side of the scale and the whole planet Earth on the other side of the scale, and who would want which one more than the other. And of course, it was self-evident. He didn't have to say anything. He just pointed to the picture, and everybody laughed. Obviously, you can't do anything with the gold if you chose the gold because there wouldn't be any earth to spend it in. Well, the same thing goes about the brainwashing that occurred in school. Poor people are supposedly equal to rich. That's not true. When you grow up, you find out you've been lied to over and over again. And a poor candidate has absolutely no equal rights compared to Obama, Gingrich, Romney. They're all chicken crap. They're all chicken. They're cowards. Every last one of them. One of my other tapes mentioned just how chicken they are. They don't have a spine to save them. They got nothing but a yellow streak. Absolute cowards. And the reason they're cowards is because their political teams, I'm sure, tell them, you can't talk to Caesar. You can't have a debate with him. He's a nobody. He's not on TV. He's not on this. As a matter of fact, the media doesn't want to do any story on him. Well, of course they don't. Because I tell the truth. Because I tell it like it is. Because I'm not a nutcase. You people are. You're the nutcases who keep electing these idiots into office. And you keep electing the whole thing. I don't have to prove this to you. I can do it this way. This is what the media likes to print. This is the Daily News, today's paper. Now, I challenged all the presidential candidates to debate. I gave them more than 2 weeks to contact me and debate me here in Los Angeles if they really wanted to. This is what the people get just in the newspaper. He's on page 7 of the front page. Al-Qaeda-backed Syrian revolt. See this? That he gets half a page. Al-Qaeda gets half a page of news, and I get nothing. I get my name listed as one of the many presidential candidates, and that I'm he hasn't raised $5,000, so he doesn't. Oh, is money really the prerequisite to being mayor or governor or president or any leader in the world? What you have is a system of total garbage, and until you people change it, you, the people, get pissed off enough, hacked off enough, you're being sugar-coated. You are so bought and paid for, you'll never revolt. The people in Syria revolted, and Egypt revolted, and Libya revolted, but those are smaller countries. Spain, when the 3 trains were bombed, they changed every politician 2 days later because the national elections happened to be 2 days later. So they changed every politician. So instead of telling children the truth, you lie to them, which is, according to Christ, a very big sin to hurt a child. So if you're lying to a child as an adult, you're the adult. You're supposed to be setting an example. You're lying to the children by putting it in textbooks, telling them a rich man has no better equal rights than a poor man. I'm a poor man. I've never had a penny. I'm not trying to raise money to run for president. I just think I should be given equal time. These jerk-offs get all the media press on. And they mentioned Santorum is going to win in Romney's state, his own state. Listen to the reporting. I can't believe that you people are so dumb that you actually fall for this. Or actually, a large percentage of you don't care. You're not really, you're going to go in and put a blindfold on and just press the buttons and pretend to vote. If you don't care, then don't bitch, because this is what you got. You got a system full of inequalities. You've got them full of people walking around, authority figures with badges that violate people's civil rights by the hundreds of thousands every day. And if you don't believe me, in the same paper, they have here letters to the editor. Let me point these out here. They're important. Well, Grammys, of course, takes 2 pages. That was old Grammys of Whitney Houston died. Paul McCartney there, blah, blah, blah. You know, Bonnie Raitt, Glenn Campbell. Here we got letters. The real, listen just to the, I don't have time to do this all thing. We're already 6 minutes into the video. Just listen to the titles that the news media crowns each one of these letters. The real jobless rate. Positive twist of fate. It has to do with people who suffer for cancer and other health problems. I already addressed that in one of my other videos. Voter-imposed tyranny. Oh, yeah, that's definitely true. That's from Brian Benete in North Hollywood. Let's see, the positive twist of fate is from Sharon Fisk in Granada Hills. And the real jobless rate is Paul Thompson in Valley Village. Now, here we have How to Heal the Economy, Rob Rubin in Long Beach, California. Church Intolerance, Dennis Zinnigs, I believe, from Bellflower. Let me spell it, D-Z-I-E-N, Designers. There you go. Donald A. Designers from Bellflower, California, is talking about the Catholic religion and some examples about religion. Another one is Shirley Conley from Gardena. Congress is above the law. Another one from Diane Sepulveda of Palo Verdes, Rancho Palo Verdes, is talking about school staff is removed. System fails to protect the children. Protect the children. Listen to that one. She pays taxes. 75% of her taxes, as well as every other taxpayer, goes to the military, and that is used either intentionally or unintentionally to kill innocent children in other countries. Doesn't that make you child killers? These children that will never grow up, we'll never find out if one of them might have been another Einstein or whatever, because you people are so stupid, you put up with this stuff. And Santorum is overlooked. Rick Santorum's been ignored at every debate. This is from Fran Williams in Redondo Beach. Now you got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters, all put in here on the side of the paper, right here. Right next to some political cartoon. There you go, the Daily News, all 8 pages, you know. In the same section, they have the comics, which is really funny. You know, the reporters report death and destruction, who's been killed, blah, blah, blah. Like, if anybody really wants to know that, just scare the hell out of them some more about living in L.A. And then they have the candidates who are talking about their so-called candidacy for president. But all these candidates have money. I don't have any money. I don't get any certainly no equal TV time. But yet here I am talking on YouTube. I've got more than 100 videos. And yes, I on purposely, everything that you see on YouTube has purposely and carefully been planned out, especially all the rants and raves. You think I'm really dumb and crazy? If you studied every one of those tapes, you'll hear my secret messages. You'll have to put up with the ranting and raving. That's because this city has taken my cars, my trucks, my boats, my motorhomes. They have destroyed my life using the color of law, building and safety, the fire department, the crappy police department, parking enforcement, all of those jerks. They all should be kicked out and started off with people with high IQs instead of this dumb crap that runs around here giving people tickets. So anyway, so here you are with a candidate who probably has an IQ beyond your wildest dreams. And it's not an ego trip. I can prove it at any time, but I don't have a forum. I can't do it in 15 minutes, each video. No one's going to want to listen to what? If there were only 10-minute videos rounded off, and I've got 100 videos, how many hours is that? How many minutes is that? Who's going to listen to 1,000 minutes of me ranting and raving? Are you going to listen to Obama ranting and raving? Are you going to listen to any of the candidates? You have to pick out the things that are important that I say. These things are not to be overlooked because you people just don't care. You care more if you see a title on YouTube and it says sex, nude women, you'll get within the first month 10 million, 20 million views. You put something on there, a presidential candidate ranting and raving about civil rights violations, 15 views over the last month, 3 views over the last few days, blah, blah, blah. You people don't care. I'm the only candidate who came up with that spherical oil tanker and the oil barge that would have stopped all oil spills for the last 30 years. Nobody listened. I'm one of the people that invented the water recycling system that would have changed every 2-story house and saved so much water and electricity. We wouldn't be in this electronic shortage in this country if I'd been listened to, and probably half the nuclear plants would never have had to have been built if people had been listening to me and following my advice, of course. But see, they don't, because here's why the government has me blacklisted. I'm not a whore. I'm not a prostitute. I'm a maverick. I believe in myself. I have self-esteem. These politicians, they're all whores. They bought themselves a long time ago. They're bought and paid for a long time ago. Bought and paid for by big money interests. Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission, Council on Foreign Relations. Check all those websites out. And don't comment on my YouTube. I don't need to hear your comments. You're all stupid anyway. As long as you are paying taxes this year, you're stupid. Okay? And you're just going along with the flow. You should be revolting, and each and every voter saying, you know what? Caesar's right. No taxes. You give Caesar equal time, maybe we'll think about starting paying taxes if Caesar says we should pay our taxes. And I say you shouldn't, period, until a new office is elected above the president, above the vice president, above Congress, and above the stinking lousy Supreme Court, which is outdated. And get rid of the Electoral College. That's stupid, too. All that is just to weave money, pull money out of your pockets. So you need to institute a new office, the office that I created, which is Emperor of the United States of Turtle Island, which is the original name of the United States of America. That's the actual true name, according to a few of the Indian tribes. And that's what it should be named. And that office is above the president, and that office also is the new military commander of the United States. The president no longer be called commander-in-chief of the military, because you are a failure if you use violence in other countries and create the hatred and the terrorism that you have heard me talking about. You've heard my own brand of hatred for my own country that has destroyed my life. So you are creating all of that hatred in the world, and you are surprised after 9/11, whether it was a plot or not, whether it was a conspiracy or not, doesn't matter. You're surprised that 9/11 happened. You're surprised that the Oklahoma City bombing happened. You're surprised that the Waco, Texas Branch Davidians were burned to death and all their kids. You're surprised? Let me tell you something. You people have something that is totally out of control, and you need one person with an iron rule and an iron fist who doesn't believe in violence to take over the whole thing. Because that's the only way that you're going to get this message across. Once you install something like that, I guarantee you every politician who's ever raised money is going to go hide in a hole somewhere, because they will be scared crapless to show their face to anybody that stands for the things that I stand for. Because these candidates do not stand for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. No, forget that crappy pursuit of happiness, the achievement of happiness. That's what this country, or any country, is supposed to be about. To achieve our happiness in our own way, our own types of happiness, whatever makes us happy. And that should not be interrupted nor impeded. And that's exactly what your country did to me. And that's why I'm dying now on dental sepsis, because I'm not going to go see a doctor. I don't care. Why should I live one more day with a bunch of creepy crawly jerk-off people who are scared to do anything about it? You got no backbone, no courage, no guts. Now, my video says that I can now do more than 15 minutes. Well, it's like 15 minutes, 14 seconds. I'm going to cut it off in a minute because I don't want my video to be so long. They should be more specific, YouTube, about saying if it's 15 minutes, then it's 15 minutes. If it's over 15 minutes, then 15 minutes and what? 15 minutes and a half? 15 minutes and 3/4? Anyway, we'll talk to you later. I don't have a lot of money this month. I got to cut it short. Bye. And thanks, presidential candidates, for not answering my challenge to debate. The next debate I'm challenging you all to is St. Patrick's Day. Since none of you are going to show your spineless faces at any debate that I've challenged you to. And you know why? It's not because of money, because you don't want to give me equal press. And even if you gave me equal press, I will slap you silly as far as winning any debate. Bye.